It's probably a good thing we didn't record the first part.
Yeah, totally. What a waste of time. Uh, but yeah, to get with it, let's see, what were we at anyways?
We was
We
talking
just did
about the
time
value of
ranges,
studying.
studying. Uh, let's see though. What I just upload? Time and price range.
So for you, Edgar, quick question. In your personal experience, how much studying do you for you is effective?
I learned that it's not the how much, it's the quality.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because I've
I think
learned, like, I used to study, bro. Like, there was times where it was so unhealthy, man. I would stay up 3 days in a row just sitting there looking at charts. But that's all
Wow.
I was doing. I didn't know that at the time. I thought I was doing a lot, but I was just playing around, man.
Okay.
Now, what I can do in 30 minutes on a chart is more than those 72-hour periods I would pull.
Right.
30 minutes. Because it's just quality, man. Like, if you do things the right way, 100% of the time, you're literally just uploading correct procedures and habits and images into your brain, and you're taking that data into the markets instead of all your random gambling frustrations and worries and all that and guessing and all that, second guessing and doubting. You're not going to bring that at all to the trading field. I'm going to eliminate all that. I'm going to show you how to bring clarity to your performance instead of mess to your performance.
Interesting.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually, this session, I'm going to talk about raw data analytics. You'll notice that that's the title of the class, and it's literally, I guess it started there because that's what I'm about to show you is the first exercises, the noting and the measuring. Those are the first things that I fell onto because I had a fall from all the knowledge that I learned. The first thing I fell on, and I was like, okay, when I come back down to just the pure data, to what's there, what
Mhm.
am I dealing with? Time and price. So I was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna just take notes and measurements. That's raw data analytics. And now I'm just gonna show you examples. So from the measurement from the current day high to the current day low, I just referenced two different points, current day high, current day low. Those came in at two separate times. This is a 15-minute chart. So that came in at what's 21? That's 9.
9.
That's 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. That's 9:15 p.m. And that time actually on the bottom on the time scale is showing you the open time of that candlestick. So this candlestick actually it opened at 9:15 but closed at 9:30, and that's actually when the next one begins, 9:30. You see?
Right.
So every time you look down here, when you put your mouse over a candlestick, it's showing you the open price or the open time on your time axis. Just keep that in mind. See, like if I look at the previous candle here, it shows 10:15, but that's when it started. It actually up here when it closed, it's 10:30.
Mm.
That's why when I move over, it starts right there at 10:30. So this one starts 10:15, ends, starts the next one 10:30. This one's gonna end at 45 and begin the next one right there at 45, and it's gonna be a new candle. Okay, so anyways, those 2 points, I got the specific times. This one, the candle is in between 7:15 and 7:30. Somewhere in between that 15-minute window, that low came in, right? And if I connect those 2 points, I can measure those points that I just noted on when they came in. I can measure the distance between those 2 points. See, it's 26.7 pips of distance in between those 2 points,
Right.
and 10 hours separating those points.
Mhm.
And the storyline goes price moved down 26.7 pips across 10 hours of time to get from today's current high to today's current low. That's all objective, 100% objective. Nothing that I said was made up. It's completely in front of us. 100 out of 100 people would agree. It's undeniable.
Facts.
Is
Mhm.
anybody confused or disagree with those analytics?
Oh, that's a fact.
Even if you do, you're crazy.
Yeah,
Literally.
I don't care. I'm gonna recommend you my nearest church service.
Yeah,
That's
Mm-hmm.
come
go
through.
ahead and
I'll
see
help you
Dr.
out.
Daly.
It's a different issue, you know. It's just a different issue.
I'm coming and going that living water.
I'm dead.
All right, so you guys see how I extracted data straight off the chart? I'm not applying a trend line. I'm not applying a line. This is a measuring tool. I'm actually pulling data. I'm pulling information out of this chart. I'm not putting anything onto it.
Right, you're
Not putting any,
referencing,
yeah, I'm
you're
not
not
putting any
projecting.
zones. I'm not putting any trend lines, counter trend lines, fibs, nothing. I'm referencing the day, the frame. I'm referencing the highest point in that frame, the lowest point in that frame, and I'm measuring the distance and duration in between those 2 points. None of that is made up. It's just right there.
Yeah,
So I can also take that first candle on that line, on that 5 p.m. starting line, the open price of that little candle that starts the whole daily frame, that is the open price of the entire day. And you can use that as a reference as well.
right.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool to see the reaction off the open price.
Yeah, or how the best entries are going to be kept around the open price,
Right, right.
depending on, what's being built.
Right, right.
Because if this is overall going to attack up here, then this is building out a low for a big move that way. But if all of this is just already taken and ready to move on these, then it's really cool to see how the market's just keeping those sell orders right around that open price.
Right.
And now it can make a move. I haven't really studied today. That's why I have a double bias. But when I look at the markets, I'm going to be able to determine more accurately like where
Yeah.
I'm looking for whatever I'm looking for. Okay, so
Oof.
that's how I use the open price. That's how I use time. That's how I use highs and lows, points to literally draw data out of the data feed. The data feed is feeding me information. It's feeding me data, and it's up to me to just grab it and take note of it. I could look at the specific time. Look at this candle. It's coming in at 10. It started at 10:30. And it's very energetic versus the candles compared to like this area is very bunched up, or the candles in this area. This is still raw data analytics, it's just a different type. So what I've been showing you guys with this graph stuff is called quantitative data. It's the numbers behind the picture.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm doing right here is called qualitative data analysis. I'm analyzing the picture. This is the shape of the numbers. Literally all this movement is the shape of numbers like appearing to you, because data occupies time and space. It will show you the shape that it took when it moved to print that pattern. Anyways, this is the shape of numbers, and in here the quality of this data is all tight and compressed versus the quality of this data, which is all big and active. Same thing here, is more big and active in this area, big and active in this area, but really tight over here in this area. So when it started, look how I get data, watch. It's just measuring it and seeing it. Look, so this boxed area, before it moved away from that box, before it moved away from this box, right? It went as high as here and as low as here within that little box area.
Right.
Measure how long. Let me start it for starting today. to that the up candle before it dropped away from there, it was 4 hours 45 minutes, about 5 hours inside of a box, across, and it stayed within, literally it stayed within 8 pips
8
across
pips,
10
wow.
hours. So see, imagine getting in at that time. You're really gonna sit through all that, and or if you sit on your desk at 5 or place your trays at 5, you see what you got to sit through and wait for.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a time, man. There's like a timing
like-
that you could take advantage of price movement.
You can milk it. You could clock it.
Yes, you could clock
Yeah.
it. It's a clockwork thing. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm pulling data off of this
It's
thing.
like, that's like imagine clocking in for work and not getting paid for 5 hours. Like, it's just like, why do you want to wait through that?
No thanks. Yeah, exactly. I just wanna, that's a really good. That's a good way to put it. Like I focus on catching the moves that when I get in, I'm gonna see a result, and I'm not trying to just wait there all day.
Right.
That's not really efficient. I'm not maximizing my time with my money in the market. I want to spend, actually, I want to expose my account to the market as little as possible, but take as much from the market as
Maximize.
much as
Right.
possible.
Right. Maximum efficiency.
Was this 9:15? So see, these are notes that I'm making. This is the daily open price reference point that I can just put here as training wheels. This is the daily open, and what I'm trying to see is like, how is the data today? How has it been referencing that daily open price? Well, it staged on top of it for a little bit. You see how it kind of bounced on it?
Yeah.
And then it punched through it. And after it punched through it, right after that, it came right back under it and ran away from it. Over here, it seemed like it got homesick. It got too far away and ran back towards it. Kind of ran into it, pushed through it, got ahead of itself, snapped back under it and away from it, back towards this low. Kind of stayed right down here in limbo, random places, ran out these lows, and started to make its way back towards the open. And it was kind of like a force field. It was like, you've been here, bruv, but I don't need you.
It's a nice storyline.
So it's like, it seems to be repelling it or pushing it. But it just depends, like, if, again, I don't have a really good perspective of the chart right now. I have to go back and study it.
Something
But if this,
that I
go ahead.
wanted to point out about like the way you're reading the storyline is like, notice how he's reading what's already given and referencing how it's reacting versus thinking. He's not thinking and
Oh, at all.
projecting things on it, but he's just reading exactly what it's doing, at least for today, you know.
Yeah,
I think
literally,
that's
like,
something cool that's to take note of. Like, so that's how we should be acknowledging the chart when we're studying and when we're performing. It's like we shouldn't be thinking. We should just be reading. What are you doing, Price?
yeah.
How are you reacting? How are you behaving today?
And then
Just wanted to point that out.
there's very basic core principles that the price even operates out of. So you'll be able to just go in there and be like, where's the take of the day? Like, where's the trade of the day? And it'll show it to you because it's there. Like, it's data. It's giving it to you. It's a data feed. It literally
Right.
feeds you data. You just have to be able to process it and know what to do with it. It's
Right.
a lot of people don't want to learn how to process the data. They just want to learn how to make money.
Money. Right.
But if you learned how to process data,
Money would be a
it's gonna be a
byproduct.
byproduct. You see,
Yeah.
it's a wrong focus. It's very subtle, but it's like a mindset thing.
I mean, it's just your motive. If you're your motive. It's like if you're motivated to learn how this thing operates, the money will come. But if you're only motivated by money, you'll take one losing trade and be finished. You'll be done.
Yeah, exactly. You get crushed. No stamina.
Tell me about it.
But yeah, like, I like
my
to
daughter's
point
here.
out that I've enslaved and trapped my analytics to a specific window of time that's not even complete. Look how beautiful that is. I've isolated my analytics to a specific window of time that's not even complete. and I
No,
have
what do you mean by
very,
not complete?
very, very. It's incomplete. It's not the candle. The days
The
have
day is not complete.
Okay,
the
okay,
Mhm.
day that
okay.
I'm looking at is incomplete.
Oh, I
There's
thought you had a
still
final form.
right. This ain't the final form, but it's really cool that everything I'm pointing out is completely objective.
Right.
This is the start of the frame, the end of the frame, the open price, the high, the
Yeah.
current day high, current day low, and the times of the open time of the candle that produced those points.
Yeah, like
None of it is made up.
it's powerful because you're teaching us obviously the tools on how to analyze and how to read this, but then you're also applying it to a live market, you know, to a live data, a day that's not complete, so we can see how to read it, you know,
Yep.
live.
And to comment on what David said, that was one of the points. That was one of the points spoken about the last call, learning and applying, learning and applying.
Mhm.
And that's extremely important to gain that actual experience and to ingrain it in our bodies.
Yeah, so I told you about notes and measurements and those ranges, and now I'm showing you, like, remember what a price range is? What defines a price range? Somebody tell me.
The high and
High
low.
and
High
low.
to low or low to high?
Okay, so
Yeah,
I have
highlight it.
opened here inside of a time frame. I have opened up a 15-minute chart to show you guys the price flows of the day so far, correct?
Right.
This is the flow of price for the day so far, and this is how much time remains. Is that accurate, or am I making that up? Or
That's
Accurate,
accurate.
100%.
okay, 100%. Um, oh shoot, give me 1 second. 1 second, sorry. Okay, my bad. I'm back. So in this price flow, there is a price range in here that I want to take a look at from this low. Where's the other end of this range?
Right above the open price?
Yeah.
This one?
Yep.
Okay, so there's a range there, and I can measure it. From the lowest to the highest point, it's 20.5 pips, and it ran about an hour and 15 minutes. And I can tell you the first up candle when it came down came in at, it started at 1:30 in the morning. The first down candle that appeared started at 3 o'clock in the morning at the end of that range,
Right.
and it ran that low, found the high of that range just above the day's open price. See how I'm just reading price?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not telling y'all like, oh, it hit the 61 negative 428%, ran out, overextension, inversion, median flip, over.
Broke resistance.
Like, what the heck, man? Like, it's it's just time and price.
It's crazy because I sit back and I just think about the grounds and the reasons as to why I used to take certain trades. And you're right, it's literally the same thought processes that what you're saying. Oh, it hit the negative 61, so let me get into this entry. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
let's wait for that negative, 127 or whatever. And just it's just so stupid.
There's no
And
real basis. There's no
it,
real basis at all, at all. And
Sometimes,
I haven't even
sometimes it's
shown.
like pretty fun to like look back at how you would have analyzed certain things before rather than doing it now.
Oh, I still do that. I do that, and I use that against the market. I can.
Exactly.
I still have. I'm still transparent to my retail thinking, and I actually use it against the market. I just take the other side of that trade. Anyways, you guys see what RDA is in pure? Like, can somebody give me a summary of what you think raw data analytics is so far? It's a very simple exercise.
So raw data analytics is objectivity of the charts. Like we're not applying anything. We're literally just you submitting to what the data is, what the data has presented.
Okay, that's a nug, that's a gem. Somebody else provide another nug and gem.
Data collected by what's already given and printed on the screen.
That's powerful right there alone. Somebody else give another principle. RDA.
Learning how to read how price moves over time. Like referencing points that are already predetermined and learning how price moves through those points as just as true as it is, you know?
Yeah, that's on point. That's on point. Anybody else? You're learning how to read, not project. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
Mhm.
You're receiving, not putting. You're not giving nothing. Data, it comes from a Latin word like datum or something, or data,
Yeah, datum.
and it's like to give or something given. It you just all you have to do is take it. Like, don't do nothing. Stop messing it up. Don't do
Right.
nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't think nothing. Don't put nothing. Just read it. Just let it talk. Take it
Let
in.
it do. Yeah.
It's trying to tell you what it's doing. Think of it that way. It's like, Price, talk to me. What are you trying to say? But most of the time we go to our minds or Instagram and be like, what is this guy thinking? And it's like, who cares? He doesn't control the market. Why don't you just
Man.
go to the market and submit to it? It's already governed under itself. It already operates. Just go to it. It's just simpler. You know, like if I wanted to learn how to make money like an indestructible money making trading robot, I would learn directly from one of those, which is what we're all looking at right now, by the way.
Right.
If I wanted to learn, I wouldn't learn that from like my daughter. You know, she's still learning how to walk. But that's what people do. They learn from other people about how to learn how to be a trading robot. It's like, why don't you just go to the trading robot and just see what it does and do what it does?
Literally.
I'm not gonna learn how to shoot a 3-pointer from like Sammy Sosa, who plays baseball. I'm not gonna learn how to fly a plane from Chase. I've never seen Chase drive. So like,
Yeah, we're gonna surf. We're gonna surf on that plane.
I'm not going in the plane. Nah, not with him in the cockpit. See what I'm saying? Like I'm a little bit I kind of just understand where to get information from. Actually, my pastor the other day, he said he goes to the plug. You go to the source.
Facts.
Like you go to the like, man, you whatever you want to know, why don't you just go to the source?
Facts.
For real. Like what that like you ever seen people talk about other people? Why don't they just talk to them about it?
Yeah.
Like what is that? Just go to the source.
Facts.
This is the chart. You ever seen everybody is talking about a chart in the industry? They got something to say about the chart.
Right.
Why don't you just go to the chart? Let the chart talk about itself. It's the same thing.
Yep.
Go to the source. So that's the whole point of this. That's raw data analytics. Go to the source, draw from it, let it talk, let it give you information, and just jot it down, write it down, draw it, take note of it, take a picture, make little notes of it like this, highlight it, record yourself analyzing it, and do it over and over and over again. Put 100 daily timeframes on your screen and just study it like this. Just put what's already there. Put the highs and lows of the days, the daily opens, and just do another one. And just mark down the times and everything. You're not trying to figure out nothing crazy. Just pinpoint the exact times and prices of these open, high, low close, and just see how they all create daily candlesticks within those frames. That's what you can do for now.
First homework assignment. Bow.
Yeah, it's just RDA. Do some raw data analytics. You're analyzing the raw data for what it is. It's the purest. You've already learned. If you can internalize this one, you're pretty much learning the concept of where you're trying to overall get to. You're always trying to do raw data analytics.
Mm-hmm.
You're always trying to work with what's purely there.
Right.
Always trying to move objectively.
Yes. You're not trying to make things up. You're trying to just go with what's already happening. Because what's going to happen is going to happen. It's designed to unfold a certain way. You're just trying to participate with it while it moves. All right. Any comments, questions, concerns? This is last 10 minutes. You guys understand how to pull numbers and make notes and measurements?
Yeah,
Yes,
sir.
and the very
yeah,
first thing is
it's
having
lit.
that time border that encapsulates that.
Yeah,
So
that's
that now we
you
know.
gotta understand what frames are. What frames your day? Time and price. So the borders of your day is your open and close and your high and your low. Everything else in between is all the trading activity that happened within that day to generate that overall candle loading in the daily chart.
If it's cool with you, can we look at a weekly frame or just a higher frame in general?
Not yet, because
Okay.
I'm not trying to build a giant network of information in your mind right now. I'm just trying to do little seeds, little baby stuff. That's why
Okay.
I'm not moving to too many pictures. I'm literally trying to steep this in there. I'm trying to upload something. I'm setting you up. You don't even know it.
Get ready for the alley oop, Chase.
You right.
Facts.
I'm literally priming your brain. Like I do like brainwashing techniques when I teach. And I don't know if any of you guys notice this sometimes. Because I'm trying to bury these elements into your psyche so that you have no choice but to operate off of them. Because it's what makes sense to your brain.
Dang, if you're revealing the secret already, that must mean you're already 10 steps in already.
I have you in the hooks, bro. Like,
Yeah,
oh
well,
man.
he knows where he's going,
I
so
know where I'm at. So it's like
yeah.
you have no choice. Like I have you right where I want you because I already know where I'm going. I have the whole storyline already mapped out. I know where I'm taking you.
Got me in the kill zone already.
Oh man.
Especially if this is not your first one. If you take the third month training, you been got your hooks in.
Yeah.
I got you pegged, Chase. I got you down.
Say less. Because let's see, April,
Minutes.
July, September, December.
Hold on, Chase. 8 minutes. 8 minutes.
Oh, you're right. I could have sworn I was muted on that one.
Chase, no. Dang, you was so close, man. Just like ah. That was hilarious. I'll be like, my bad. I'll be quiet this time. Hello? 7 minutes. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. That's
I'm
it.
honestly intrigued about the layout of how this class is different from the previous class. And
Mm-hmm.
also the previous class is different from the class that I first joined. And I'm just very anticipatory of like how you're switching things around. But I know it's meaningful building blocks, so I'm trying to remain patient before asking like a question that might be premature.
Well, how have you noted? What is the difference you're seeing?
Like right now, the fact that we started talking about the open, high, low, close, but we haven't really gotten into like the candle behavior yet. And that's what's intriguing to me because it's like, wait, we're talking about other things that I think are very important.
Other elements.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like the fact that we haven't gotten into that yet. It's like it's intriguing. I'm like, there has to be a reason why. So I'm just submitting to the process.
Oh,
Even in this.
yes. I'm revealing, I'm going into certain things and not going into other things yet. But
I
I'm
think
Yeah.
I'm
it's kind of like
showing,
a subliminal
yes,
predisposer.
exactly. That's exactly it. But I
Yeah.
have to be careful because I can't water it right then and there. I just have to kind of drop it into the dirt, so to speak.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. It kind of goes back to like the first video where you said about like just entering the charts with always a new mindset, always ready to learn, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
You don't know where this is gonna go. I'm alive,
Mm-hmm.
bro. I don't just sell you the same thing. That's why you guys keep taking the same class. It keeps transforming.
Facts, no lie.
But it stays the same. Like, how is that even possible?
Gets better and better every time.
Every time, bro.
Which is
Even
weird.
before it ends, it gets better.
It's weird
100%.
because I'm saying the same thing every single time.
But you're
Hector,
not
quick
at the same
question.
time.
But I'm not at the same time.
The
What a
reason as to
paradox.
why is I'm being honest with you because the way that you layer it, it's doing something mentally to where it's like, okay, maybe if I know it sounds crazy, you can bake a cake, one particular way there's instructions, but you can combine ingredients different. And how you combine the ingredients, it might have a different flavor that somebody may be more receptive to.
This is true.
So that's why in my mind, I'm like, okay, he's layering it this way. He didn't layer it this way previously. and I'm catching certain things and there's
Yeah.
emphasis being made on certain things. So it's actually helping me to be more effective at learning the process.
You know the scripture that I'm operating off of when I'm layering my or organizing my teachings?
Line upon line, precept upon precept.
Like the a word fitly spoken. It's just a simple proverb, a word fitly spoken. Is like what is it? It's like a golden apple on a tray on a silver platter or something like that. It stands out or something, or it just fits. A word fitly spoken. When I drop, whenever you ever like been in a situation and somebody gives you the right thing at the right time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
wow, that was right on time.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I do that when I teach, and it's like, man, what if I just said the right thing at the right time every time?
Whoa.
So it's like a sequence. Like I have to progressively reveal certain things so that I don't lose you, and you can keep understanding what I'm saying as I progressively reveal more and more of the the finer things of price.
Right. I got a question.
Yeah.
When it comes to gardening, when it comes to watering a plant, not every plant is going to require the same amount of water and especially the same frequency of watering.
Okay.
No, I was asking you because you have a gardening
Yeah,
experience.
I mean, yeah, there's different plants. They have different requirements.
So
Like some people is going to learn faster than other people because they just
that's
absorb it.
true.
They absorb it more efficiently, or they're just in a better environment,
Or in a
overall.
better environment.
Yeah.
Right.
Or they just have more sunlight. I don't know. It's just something. It's just whatever it is, but it's just I know one thing. If you really want something, you all will run after the same thing either way. So
Right.
I noticed that when I was really wanting what I wanted, I would bend reality, bro. Like I would move things, I would make things happen all of a sudden because I really wanted it. I made a commitment, you know.
Yep.
Now, what was the difference between bending reality and just saying, "Oh, I want it, I want it, I want it," and like David told me, running
Because
100 miles in a circle.
I had a energy that corresponded with what I believed that I was going to attain.
So okay, so
So
you
I ran with
matched
it.
you matched what it was you was trying to go after.
Yeah, like if
I mean,
I
it's just like Pastor said last night. He said, make it happen.
yeah, dude.
Literally.
Make it happen, man.
I
Like,
don't really just sit there and think of wow, I can't do it. I don't know how it's going to happen. I'm just going to make it
I
happen.
gotta believe that it's gonna happen. I'm gonna make it happen.
Right.
That and take action.
That's
You
it.
Yeah.
gotta, you gotta take action.
So like the people who are going to come out of this really on top is the people who's going to actually do the RDA. You're going to get a blank notebook. Get you a blank like journal, like them school journals.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Put qualitative data in there and get you a nice little art sketchbook and put qualitative data in there. That's your drawings. Draw data, write numbers. You can even put like one page, put the numbers, and then on your sketchbook, put the drawing to those numbers and
Right.
reference those pages or something. Or staple them together or something. I don't know. Like get creative with how you collect data. Do something, man.
Right.
Stop
Just
That's
don't
the
do
important
nothing.
is
on the
that's
chart.
the important thing
You
is
guys are
just do.
drawing things on the chart that have nothing to do with data. Like it could talk for itself. Why you keep trying to put that tool on there?
Hey.
Why are you trying to still learn that concept? Stop watching that YouTube video, man. Like let it go. Like just go to the source. Go to the chart.
Simple.
It's right here. Get the numbers, get the picture, get the visual, and man, do it a hundred times, and that's it. You'll be all right.
You'll be
Dust
alright.
yourself off. Stop blowing your account. And start learning, man. That's it.
Well said. Well said.
That's the close of that one. Yeah.
So it's really compressive on the lower part of the day.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing.